I really wish I opened that Corsadoc now that I'm drinking.
Indeed.
Truly not the only drinking mistake I'll make in the next 72 hours.
Indeed. As I recall, last time you went to Atlantic City on your your anniversary trip, you ended up just naked in bed, surrounded by toasted coconuts.
Yeah.
Which, the start of that sounded good, but then... actually, the whole thing just sounded good. Howdy, it's Thursday, January 2nd, 2020, and this is episode 115 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City and Casino Biz podcast. I'm Kyle Askin, joined, as always, by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
First of all, we actually said 2020, so that's good. But also, 24 hours from now, I should be in Atlantic City.
That does sound good.
Starting the year off right after only making 2 trips in 2019.
Did you not do an anniversary trip last year?
No, it fell through. We had it all planned, and then our babysitting.
Oh, yes, that is correct. I do remember that now.
Yep.
I think we'll do better this year. So 2015, I think the only piece of news important to you all is that a new plucky podcast called Due for a Win launched. My son had just turned 1 month old, so it seemed like the perfect time to launch a podcast.
You needed more things in your life, just more things to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's of course the only news that matters in Atlantic City in 2015, right?
First episode, November 22nd.
Is that when we recorded it or when we released it?
Released it. I think it was recorded like a week or more before that. My question is, once we're done with 2015, because, much of 2015 we did not cover with the fine-tooth comb that we used to cover the Atlantic City landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Starting with 2016, is there really a reason to go back and look at 2016 when everyone can just go back and listen to our back catalog of fantastically engaging episodes?
I don't hate our listeners, so I think we should probably do the summary, but I guess you do, so we can have a talk about it.
Okay. We can keep going for 3 more episodes.
Yeah, 3 more episodes, that's it.
We could do 2019.
No, 4 more episodes, sir. 4.
16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
All right. So, before the podcast launched, Caesars filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in January of 2015. So that's good. I mean, we talked about a couple other casinos a few years prior to this that filed for Chapter 11 and didn't make it out of that. So Caesars has that going for them, that they did and continue to exist.
Yeah, that was prime shell game time for CET, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't have too much.
Oh yeah, I forgot about all that. They started...
Oh, you forgot about how they made 3 companies out of their one company and put one of the companies put all their good assets in it and the other 2 just got pure shit?
Yeah, it's something I never really think about.
Actually, really, it was like 2 companies were like fine and one company got all of the absolute garbage, like the Atlantic City Boardwalk properties.
Aw, that's sad.
So, also, Glenn Straub and Bart Blatstein brought new hope to Atlantic City, and we all know that turned out fabulously, and all our hopes were well-founded.
Yeah, so Straub bought the Revel for $82 million in January. I think his commitment was actually a little more, because he had to pay something up front.
Indeed, and he had to, he installed the ropes course and then took it out.
True. Yes. That costs money. And then...
That ain't free.
Bart Blatstein, still hanging around in Atlantic City.
Yeah, allegedly.
Changed the pier shops to the Playground Pier. That change officially happened on June 26th.
I know, and we got just amazing experiences there.
Yeah.
Largest champagne pop in history, or whatever.
Wave nightclub, which it just dawned on me. Haven is now the Wave at Golden Nugget. But
Perhaps
I think
they were like, this is Bart Blatstein's best idea.
Yeah. Except it was WAV, right, at the playground. T Street, all of those things did not do well, did not last long. So that's your 2015 experience, and we're still sort of living in the whatever hellscape that has been created from the 2014 fallout and what that's led to with Glenn Straub and Bart Blatstein. Probably a little harsh to call it a hellscape, Kyle.
Was it, though?
I don't know. The playground's pretty sad. There are like 10 stores left in the playground now. It's bad. What about 1915?
All right. So On March 15th, 1915, Frank Fairbairn and S.W. Redmond started picking up riders as the first Jitney drivers. Within a few months, there were nearly 500 different vehicles operating as Jitneys on city streets. And that's from a Press of Atlantic City article marking the 100th anniversary. And you claim Jitney is old-timey slang for a nickel, which was the cost of a ride. I'd never heard that before.
I saw that on the Atlantic City Experience website, which is what I used to find all this information. So I've never heard of a nickel referred to as a jitney, but now I will only call nickels jitneys.
You should just start calling all the red chips at the casino jitneys.
Oh, I should. Oh man, I'm going to.
So let me know how that works out for you. Can I please have some jitneys?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the Pie Guy poker table and be like, excuse me, can I change in some of these green chips for some jitneys? And they'll be like, sir,
you have to leave.
We don't have $2.75 on us for your jitney fare.
All right. Do you have any follow-ups from last episode?
So we got some feedback on my top 5 slots, which I admitted were terrible choices. I just want to put that out there. But I got constructive feedback, so that's good. People did not say, do you even like slots, bro? They said, hey, here's some good slots you should try. So Vinny from 7 Out reached out and said, we need to expand Craig's slot selection. Some of my current faves, Zeus Unleashed, so much better than Zeus, Locket Link, Fire Link, Seinfeld, Lord of the Rings, Wizard of Oz, Goonies, 007, and of course, Heidi. And he said, I'm sadly addicted when it comes to Heidi. Also, the important update that Skee Ball is at Ocean. My favorite slot of all time is still hanging around.
Property that you're going to be at in 24 hours?
Oh man, I'm going to play so much Skee Ball after my wife goes to bed. You have no idea. I say that I'm going to lose my first $20 in like 3 minutes and be like, Skee Ball sucks. I always hated this game. Because that's how slots work for me.
You have never lost $20 in a slot machine in 3 minutes?
Yeah, probably not. Because I do
betting,
40 cents
waiting
spins.
like 45 seconds between spins.
Yeah. And I wonder why I don't get comped rooms. Jim H. also emailed to say that there are 2 Seal the Deal machines at the Borgata. I thought there was only one. I only knew about the one near the Wolfgang Puck. He says there's another one near the table games outside of the B-Bar. He also said there are 2 Seal the Deal machines at the Golden Nugget by the cashier. So Seal the Deal alive and well. Long live the seal.
Art.
Yes. So good. Unfortunately, I probably won't make it to the marina, so I won't be doing any sealing of the deals. Or dealing of the seals, but good to know that it's still around.
Indeed. I know that'll help you sleep well at night knowing that you're not too far away from a machine.
You can murder the damn lumberjack beavers, but nothing can kill the seal from Seal the Deal. May he bark on forever. Other sort of randomness. Nick M. sent me a screen grab just today or yesterday of a placeholder on Bally's dining page that says, Brooklyn test page. An enticing dining experience. Test. Listed as an upscale restaurant with a broken image that has an image tag saying Beer Park French Toast. So I don't know if that's just, a design test thing and they messed up by making that public, like taking it out of its hidden tags, or if it's a placeholder for a future restaurant called Brooklyn.
It's probably just a placeholder that it doesn't sound like a real thing.
It would be kind of odd to have a restaurant called Brooklyn, but Bally's does odd things. And also, I don't know where they'd put an upscale restaurant. The space that they have is the old Crafty Crab.
They could put it upstairs on the beautiful 6th floor promenade.
That's true.
With the just amazing escalator heading up there from the floor.
That used to have flowers and now just has sadness. I think they should rename the Crafty Crab the Krusty Krab, which I think is what you call it anyway.
Yes, it is.
And just have it be a themed place for when the SpongeBob movie opens up.
They'll be like, all the SpongeBob fans, please come to the Crafty Crab.
Yeah.
The Krusty Krab.
Yes, the Krusty Krab. Right down the boardwalk from the Jungle Grill.
Indeed. Still in business, by the way.
It is. I can't believe it.
It's unfathomable that anything in the Trump Plaza could be open, but yeah. Here we are.
Landers restaurants just keep on kicking.
So, do you have any Atlantic City or gambling-related New Year's resolutions? I know a couple other shows did that, so...
I mean, my biggest one is to make it to Atlantic City more than twice, which I'm off to a good start by making it on the third day of the year.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to do that. I'm serious about doing a 3-night trip this year. It's going to happen.
3 nights. I still can't believe it. I mean, I believe that you will be able to do it. I definitely won't be able to.
Well, you can't because of your situation. You could never do that, right?
No, unless
in the summer, maybe.
Summer, but that would be really expensive.
Yes. 3-night midweek, then it would be free.
So last year we only made it 2 times. We said we thought we would make it 4 and then revised that down to 3 and still couldn't do either of those things. How many times do you think we'll make it this year in 2020?
You or me?
Oh, I guess, yeah. The good chance
You're out
I'll
to
make
an early lead.
An extra time, possibly.
We'll make it 4. We'll both make it 4.
Okay. I'm optimistic about even potentially a 5th.
That's probably a little
bold.
Much. That's a lot.
But
we'll both make it 4.
So, I mean, one thing I think I mentioned when we talked about it before, but like I think our actual like nights at casinos were about normal for us. It's just that I had 4 nights in Vegas and you had 7 nights in
7 nights in Macau. Hong Kong.
So yeah. I don't think it was that far off from. You maybe even had more nights than you normally would have in a year.
I had an above average number of nights doing the sort of thing last year, for sure.
But those nights don't help the podcast.
Actually, it's probably not right. It's probably about the same because I don't think Hong Kong really counts as gambling nights. Though I did go to the horse track.
So do you have any resolutions though for this year? Is there anything that you're trying to do? Are you trying to cut way back on your gambling? I know you as someone who really thinks about that a lot.
Yes. You know me. Just crying over all of my lost commissions in Paigo.
Yeah.
My resolution is to pay more commission in Paigo this year.
You have everything in a big spreadsheet and you're thinking, how can I maximize my fun per dollar?
Indeed.
By playing exactly the right games that I want to play.
By going to a slot machine, hitting the min bet button every 90 seconds on the dot.
So fun. I want to wander around more. I feel like I played too much of my percentage of time in the casino I was actually playing. I want to wander more and play less. Seriously though, do you have anything that you're hoping to do this year? I mean, you said 3-night trip. That's a pretty big goal, I would say.
I think I can do it.
Anything gambling related? Do you want to try new stuff?
Like what?
So for me, I mean, I want to like actually find some fun slots rather than just wandering and still ending up playing stuff that I don't find all that fun. So that's one thing.
You should probably not play slots. Wait, what? Who said that?
That's certainly an argument. There's certainly an argument that I should play
table games.
Yeah, way less slots and more table games. And for a long time, it was definitely the case that I would lose like a little bit at tables, and then my machine loss was like, 80% of my loss for a trip. And it's like, oh, if I just didn't play machines on this trip, I'd be way better off. Except that obviously ignores that if I wasn't playing machines, I would be risking much more money at tables, and it would flip that thing on its head. Or just be wandering more, which, as I've said, is my goal. I want to try more non-casino restaurants, which I think we did a pretty good job of, but we only made it twice this year.
Well, I guess to talk about that, like, I don't really have too much else. I mean, I don't think about the world really in that way. So, like, you're not going to get a lot out of me. But
it's so true. You realize this is not how you operate.
Like, yeah, it's just not how I interact with.
I put this in the agenda just like knowing that you would have nothing, and I was like, I'm running with it.
Yeah, I thought 3-night trip was good.
It is good. I like that. That's a good goal.
What more can you ask for?
But is there, you're not dying to try all the best restaurants. You don't see all the lists of all the best restaurants in New Jersey or whatever, and you're like, I'm going to go to all of these.
I will gamble somewhere that's not on the East Coast this year. How about that?
Oh, that's a good one too. I definitely will not. I would say I almost certainly will not. The long shot is that I like make it up to Connecticut or Springfield or something and go to one of those casinos. And those
technically East Coast, but I'd
decidedly East Coast.
Yeah, well, I'll say I'll gamble somewhere not in the states of New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia.
See, for me though, like going up to Connecticut, that's the same distance as you going to even like Atlantic City. So
yeah, probably.
Probably doesn't really count any more than it counts for you going to, I don't know, Pennsylvania or something.
Yeah. So speaking of seen more restaurants outside of the casino. What are your plans for this upcoming weekend?
Let's talk about it. So, getting in late tomorrow. I'm staying at Ocean both nights. Now comped. So I had Friday night comped and I was paying $170 for Saturday, and then I got an email saying bonus night, a night that you're already booked for. And I was like, oh, okay.
It does seem like an error in the system. They just cost themselves $170, but sure.
Yeah, so I mean, total rewards, the like rate calendar will change to give you a comped room if you've already
Which also
paid.
seems like a bug in the system. Once you've locked in a room, they should just shut it down on those nights.
Yeah, so you can call and say, hey, change it. And I was a little worried that, Ocean being run as Ocean is run, that they would say, like, what? You have a room booked. Like, you can't use a comp now that you've booked a room, to which I would have said, okay, then I will cancel my reservation. Now
Would you have?
New reservation. So then, no, they just said, okay, we'll update that for you. Very easy. And, the hardest part was getting somebody on the phone, because every time I called, it was like more than 10-minute wait.
Yeah, it's awful.
Ocean,
it's truly abysmal. And it's like open for like 4 hours a day as far as I can tell.
But the cool thing is, this might be the highest, like very tangible value comp I've ever gotten, because I know I was willing and had booked $190 something room with taxes and fees for a night. And now that room is just the resort fee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
So that's good. Happy about
and now
that.
You'll be prepared for the punitive rates after this weekend.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be rough, because I don't think I'll be doing a ton of gambling. But we're gonna get in late, probably grab a drink somewhere, maybe dessert, maybe an appetizer. Who knows? Who knows what's even still open? So part of the problem at Ocean is that like everything closes at 11.
Does. It is like a small town. It's just like if you're looking for something after 8, you're going to have a bad time. But just so our listeners know, our new listeners, the punitive rates are Craig has had a long experience of booking a comp room for his anniversary trip at a CET property. And then usually after you're done with that trip, your rates in the CET calendar are higher than the publicly available rates.
Yeah, it's great. Like, I log in, I see the rates, I was like, these seem really high, and you log out, and the calendar is cheaper across the board. It's really amazing. It's especially true if there's, like, a sale or something, like whatever this constant sales they're running on room rates, but that is the official definition of punitive rates. Not just increasing your rates. Like, if you're getting just the public rate, which I got for a very long time at Borgata, that's not the same.
The punitive rates are when your rate is more expensive than the publicly available rate.
I mean, there were definitely times at resorts where they were just running some special where like anyone could book a deal where it was like $49 midweek and they'd give you $25 in slot play and $25 dining credit. And it was like better than free. And like I couldn't book just a room for $49 on my card. So it's like that seemed sort of like the punitive rates, but not really as officially as this. So that's what I have to look forward to. As far as this trip is concerned, my work toward earning the punitive rates, I'll probably hang out and gamble after my wife goes to bed. The thing that she is looking forward to the most, being away from the kids, is just like sleeping. So I should do that, but when the casino's there, I'm going to go play Seal the Deal and whatever terrible slots, Buffalo Gold Collection. Definitely not any of the slots that Vinny Chen's suggested, even though I will have a list of them ready to look for. Because you know me, and I'm just a creature of habit. And even though I said I really did not like the video poker bar at the William Hill Sportsbook last time I went, I'll probably still spend a lot of time at the video poker bar at the William Hill Sportsbook, since I'm not going to, walk down the boardwalk to Hard Rock that actually has a good video poker bar. So, Saturday, wake up, probably go to Harper's in Ocean for breakfast. This is another Vinny Chen's recommendation from his show. Gets pretty mixed reviews on Yelp, but I don't know. The stuff he talked about, the food he talked about a few episodes ago on his show sounded pretty good to me. So we're going to do that. Then we are going to the Exhale Spa at Ocean, where I will just hang out and wander around in like the steam room or whatever. My wife's going to get a massage, probably get a late lunch there. Then we have Cafe 2825 for an early dinner.
There you go.
So we were able to get reservations. Their system
did it.
Does not make it easy. And if you're looking for reservations at Cafe 2825, there's conflicting information. Their website says you have to call and leave a message. And you call and it's like, oh, we only accept reservations between this 4-hour period, Tuesday through Saturday, and you have to talk to a real person. There is no messaging system. So don't believe what the website says. But we were able to get a reservation on the deadest weekend of the year in Atlantic City.
Good job.
So I'm excited for that because that gets extremely, extremely good reviews. And then we'll probably just head back to Ocean for gambling, drinks, dessert after that. Sunday, no real plans except we are going to do some outlet shopping before heading back and getting our kids and getting back to the real world. Maybe Wingcraft for lunch if we're not so overstuffed from everything else. But I think that seems like a pretty good plan that doesn't involve very much gambling at all. Are you sorely disappointed in my selection of items here?
Probably.
A lot of this doesn't sound like stuff that you would like. Spa, no. Italian food, lack of gambling.
Yeah.
Outlet shopping. This is a Kyle nightmare trip.
It's not how I would spend my time in Atlantic City. Let's put it that way.
That is definitely true. Luckily, you're not going to be there.
That's right. That you know of.
Although, really, even if you were there, if this was my plan, you would just go do something else and you'd be totally fine.
Yep.
What do you think the odds are that I set foot in any casino that is not Ocean during this trip?
Pretty low. Like you and Andrew aren't going to be like, yeah, let's go to resorts or whatever.
Right. I was thinking like, well, there's, we could go to brunch at Capriccio on Sunday. We could go over to Hard Rock or whatever, like Hard Rock at night and go gamble. But it's supposed to rain.
Yeah, the weather's supposed to be horrible this weekend, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to rain both nights and then Sunday it's supposed to be windy and cold. So I doubt we're really going to be like eager to leave Ocean. Ocean's like very nice, obviously. So we'll probably just mostly want to hang out there. So I think there's a very good chance that I do a one casino trip, which I don't think I've ever done. I don't think I've ever just gone to Atlantic City, especially 2 nights. Like that seems insane.
Yeah, I certainly haven't done it.
Now I'm sort of sad that I'm thinking about the prospect of that. Maybe I'm going to have to like run down the boardwalk and go to Hard Rock and walk through the walkway to resorts just to say that it
would be more likely that you guys would go to resorts than Hard Rock if I just had to guess.
I think the likelihood is that I solo drunkenly decide I need to be playing at Hard Rock Center Bar at like 2:30 in the morning and end up on the boardwalk in the rain. Like that seems not completely out of the realm of possibility.
End up back in bed just surrounded in toasted coconut donuts after going to resorts.
Just wet. Yeah, gross. And then, walk through the indoor walkway, go get toasted coconut donuts, stumble back, try to get into some room in Hard Rock, like my previous room from last time I stayed. Another thing, didn't manage to use my Diamond Celebration dinner in Baltimore over Christmas, which I was hoping to, because the GDL restaurant, Giada de Laurentiis restaurant, was closed the day we were going to go. So I still have a Diamond Celebration dinner, but I don't think there's any place that really interests me enough to use it that's also not way out of the way or, Gordon Ramsay steak, really expensive. So I think we're just not going to use it. It seems like a huge waste.
It does seem like a big waste. I'd go to Nero one night or something if I were you, or like maybe try to head out to the marina and do Veracruz if that's even still open.
So we only have the one dinner really because we're going to get in really late. So the options are really like, lunch somewhere.
Lunch places.
Like
you could do lunch somewhere.
Or go to Nero's brunch on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Which I know Ed says, at least at one time, thought was the best bang for your buck for the $100 celebration dinner.
Yeah, you should do it.
So,
I mean, if you're going to go outlet shopping, you'll be right there anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I'll look into it.
There's no reason not to use it. It's a free $100.
It's true.
Also, I told you should have just gone to Guy Fieri's in Baltimore if GDL was closed. It's perfectly acceptable.
We ended up at, I don't even remember.
Kabu?
Somewhere in Maryland. Oh, yeah. Yes.
How was it? Was it everything I led you to believe?
It was completely acceptable.
Yes. That's what I put. And incredibly cheap, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was reasonable. It wasn't like so cheap. The drinks, I was like, I don't understand how you can charge this because I'm used to, New York City area prices. So,
did you not go during happy hour?
No,
because at happy hour, it's shocking how inexpensive it is, but it's super mediocre.
Yeah, the drinks did not seem all that good. Anyways, so it's weird because I've got a big list of must-do stuff, right, for an Atlantic City trip, and especially a 2-night trip. You'd think I'd have all this stuff that I want to do, and I really don't have that much stuff other than, what I've outlined of sort of breakfast, spa, dinner reservations, outlets. It's pretty much it. It's the plan. No must-dos. I wanted to hang out by the fire pits, but the weather's supposed to suck, so that's not really an option at Ocean. Paul, my brother, suggested the 1927 Speakeasy because they have better drinks than just about anywhere else at Ocean after the main restaurants close.
Isn't that where he went deaf or whatever?
So that was incredibly loud, but that was the lounge part outside
I
of
see.
the speakeasy. So the speakeasy is where they have like the burlesque show, and apparently there's a separate bar in there that has a good cocktail list. And one of the main problems with Ocean is that since all the restaurants close at 11, which is not that uncommon. I mean, it's a lot of restaurants and casinos close at 11, but then most casinos also have places where you can get drinks that are like decent bars and not just, you know, the casino bar.
Noodle bars are usually open until super, super late for the most part,
But
right?
do the noodle bars have decent drinks? I don't know.
Probably.
Nope. Not if you're going to be a cocktail snob.
Yeah, that's super fair. I mean, for me, you know that I just want like a Coors Light or whatever, and I'll be happy. Miller Lite. Really, Miller Lite's better, but...
Well, so what I'm interested to see about, if I just go into the William Hill Sportsbook video poker bar thinking, I'm just going to drink Coors Light and not try to get a decent drink, well, I have a much, much better time because I'm not like being disappointed by the drink as I play, you know, crappy video poker next to a prostitute. Only one way to find out.
Sounds like a great way to spend your anniversary trip.
Hey, honey, I met this prostitute. She's here now.
That'll go over great.
She wants all our money. Oh, gosh. So, I think that's it. What are the odds that we end up getting that size of your head ice cream sandwich?
I would hope pretty high because it was pretty delicious.
It was really good. My wife also loves ice cream. Seems
yes.
like very high to me. I wonder how late those things are open.
Probably like 5 p.m.
I know, right? They probably closes at like 6. Jeez. I need to go to the Rocket Fizz. I have like Villain and Saint marked down as seems like a cool place to hang out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's very ocean focused this trip. Any other thoughts on my trip?
Cereal Town. Gonna check that out, of course.
Aw, Cereal Town.
You missed your opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, once I actually saw what it was, I wasn't excited about it.
Prince of Monaco cereal. That's what they needed.
Where's like the gold encrusted Lucky Charms? Poured by Salt Bae himself.
All right. Well, if you want to reach out to us or any of our listeners, you can do so at a Facebook group, facebook.com/group/DoForAWin. Find all of our wonderful and amazing content at DoForAWin.com, where you can also buy a shirt. You can find our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, Spotify. Reach out to Craig at DoForAWin on Twitter, or me at Kyle Askin, and send Craig questions to DoForAWin@gmail.com. Any last words?
If you hear this in the like 8 minutes between when I post it and when I leave for Atlantic City, and you have some suggestion of a must-do thing that I'm not thinking of, let me know.
Yeah.
At Ocean, because I feel like I don't know Ocean as well as I know other properties. The other thing is, if you are going to be in town very, very late at night, wandering aimlessly like I am, let me know. Find me. Probably be at Ocean playing video poker slots.
Next to a prostitute.
Yeah. I ran into Bob I that way. I think one anniversary trip worked out.
Yeah.
Should we try to do a trip recap in next week or a couple weeks?
It's up to you. We can do next week. It sounds fine. Do a recap. I mean, we've got to get in our best of 2019 episode too, sometime in January.
Do we?
It is tradition.
Our 2 trips. It's like our best meal was Bill's gyros.
I mean, that sounds right.
Done. Best of done. This was actually the best of it.
Our cheapest meal was probably at Bill Gyro Souvlaki.
Yeah. Hey, Bill's, I just retweeted today. Bill's made Pete Genovese of NJ.com top 50 meals he had in 2019. Bill's chicken souvlaki, I think it was.
It is good.
It was on there. So, that's all you need to know.
Bill's is good.
Bill's is good.
Dukakis is good.
I like Dukakis. What's the other one? I like Songus.
Yeah.
Not an endorsement, just a quote.
Amazing.
I think both of those people are dead.
Yeah, I don't think that you need to worry about people putting in their ballot for the wrong person in the upcoming election.
Steve Rowan told me to write in Paul Songus.
Yes, Michael Dukakis.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. Sorry.
Amazing. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Still alive, Mike Dukakis. Can't believe it. How are we not constantly hearing from legendary patriot and placeholder on the sign of Bill's hero souvlaki, Mike Dukakis?